And welcome back everyone. Hope you had an amazing break, because you're gonna need it, because we're gonna be getting into a very intense grand finals. We're here of course with the Alpha X EU Ascension League Season 1 Code S Grand Finals. It has been a long journey here. We've been together for quite a number of months, and when I say we, I mean we were casting this for the last 2 weeks, but but the group stage did start quite some time ago, and we've already had a lot of interesting results, a lot of upsets, even here in the playoffs, mate. For Spatz to make it all the way to the grand finals, I don't think anyone could have seen that coming. Yeah, you're muted, Papi, you're muted.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
Well, what were you saying, Papi? What were you saying?
Oh, horrible things. It's a good thing I was muted. Would have got us banned for sure.
Like, I was censoring myself, Papi.
It was on purpose.
You're like, DTs, Papi, they're broken. Oh my God.
And I come back and I'm like, positive attitude. Everything's fine.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Oh my God. But yes, the lead up here to the grand finals has been pretty insane. AqueroN just going through the TvP European gauntlet. What Protoss player can stand in his way? He took down Arrowfire, he took down Night Phoenix earlier today as well. Not the cleanest of games, as you yourself did say, but pretty impressive games nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like AqueroN might be the kind of player where I don't know if any of his games are going to look the most pretty. He's definitely a scrappy player. He seems to enjoy that kind of game, and that can be that can really be a strength as a player. It can really help you punch up as well. I'm not saying that he is punching up here. I think he's definitely a very strong player in this field, but it can help you as well to be the kind of player that can be very difficult to prepare for.
Yeah, and I mean, you say that, you know, it's not the prettiest, but like he's beautiful in our eyes, you know. He's everything we want in a Terran. And I agree. Like he can he's really good at making his opponents really uncomfortable, and really awkward to play against him as well. So it can be really difficult unless you have a lot of experience with AqueroN, and I imagine all these players do. I imagine they all are quite familiar with each other, especially on the European ladder. They're all around the similar skill levels. But Spatz really did kind of come out of left field. Even in the group stage, we were talking about this last week, but like we can touch on it even here. Spatz, if you look at Group C, it was really a surprise to see him make it out of this group in first place. Like there are some pretty big names in his group.
I looked at the playoff bracket and I was like, oh yeah, he beat Art in groups. That's crazy. Yeah, 2 over Night Phoenix, 2 over Baby Marine. That's pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Shadowne. Okay.
Shadowne, yeah, mate.
Big upset, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, mate. That's what I'm saying. Like, both Yaku and I, we were shocked to see that Shadowne didn't make it through, that Baby Marine didn't make it through either. So, yeah, Spatz has been really performing quite well this tournament, and we'll see if he can keep this run up. Again, AqueroN is kind of the final boss here. He did come in as a favorite, and so far, he just doesn't let them get into the mid game. He will not allow a Protoss player to get a third base up and running, but will that change here?
Crazy, puppy.
Oh, crazy. Oh my God. So yeah, maybe we can get a couple of predictions slipped into the chat here as we're getting ready. As a reminder, this is going to be a best of 7, not a best of 5. So quite a lot more games before us, quite a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how many of those builds AqueroN's got up his sleeve.
Oh. Mate, you just the same build, Papi. Don't worry about it. It's all he needs.
Just 5 racks all day, every day.
All day, Papi, all day. And speaking of all day, oh my god, thank you so much. I'm not too sure the name, but there was an anonymous tip. $50, 50 USD. Thank you so much, Papi. Thank you so much for the support.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Oh my god, yeah, there was a message. Thank you for the casting. So thank you for watching, Papi. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support as we are getting into the grand finals.
Indeed, and here we go. In the bottom right hand corner here of Babylon, this is the German Protoss. Is in the red, this is Spatz.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponent, the Spanish Terran player representing Platinum Heroes. It is AqueroN. Oh boy, as AqueroN, he's got some pretty interesting movement here with his SCV. Is going to a pretty interesting location. Is he? No.
I think he's just eBay blocking.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Just avoiding that probe for the time being, is slipping on in. The other thing that I wanted to quickly add as well, as the probe does move down to spot that eBay pretty early on, is that the other interesting thing is that Spatz recently announced that he's teamless. You know, it was around a month ago now, or yeah, just before IM Katowice, there was the announcement that he left Alpha X. So in the wake of him leaving his team is when he's like getting some of the most surprising results. Like, it's pretty insane.
Time to pop off. Yeah. Basilisk, hello.
Basilisk Esports, you know, we got a pretty good pickup here. Just saying.
Hello.
Oh my god. We'll get Roddy on the line, Bobby. I mean, Spatz is a Protoss. Roddy, he already likes him. He already likes him.
Yeah. One of him. One of them.
One of them. As we do see, the eBay thankfully doesn't have too much progression on it, so Spatz won't be forced to take the unnatural. Natural is going to be able to force a cancel.
Yeah, AqueroN going to be going for this reactor first double Reaper build once again. This is cool. I'm definitely going to try this later. As he does get that nice delay on the eBay, with the eBay block, sorry. Spatz opting to go for the Zealot this time. Unlike what we saw earlier, he is going to be trying to get the Nexus in the natural Nexus area.
Yeah, is thrown down in that natural. Of course, AqueroN is going to be looking to snowball here. If you remember in the previous game, he did go up to 4 of these Reapers. This game, though, only going to be committing to 2. And behind this, he's throwing down 2 more Raxes.
Yeah, so once again going for that 3 racks. Meanwhile, Spatz here, he went for a very early Twilight Council. I think this might be DTs.
Twilight Council is done. We have a proxy pilot. Show us the Dark Shrine! Up! Oh, there it is.
There we go. Yes, that was very, very early TC, so this is going to be a fast DT timing. How do I work this out? Math. Yeah, so they should be walking in around 420 sort of thing. It's pretty scary.
Man, he's crazy. He starts up the Dark Shrine. I was curious because of how much resources he had to work with. I don't know if you saw, he actually started charge, but he canceled it. Oh.
Interesting. So maybe wanting to fake it out on a particular timing when he wasn't able to be looking. I should be seeing him throw down another gateway, and there it is as well. So we'll be able to get those fast warp ins over here as well. This is a pretty well ironed out build. Kind of reminds me a little bit of was it T-Bull that was doing this a lot?
Yeah, T-Bull went for a variation of this. Yeah, just like insanely fast Dark Shrine. Yeah,
like basically one base timing.
Yeah.
So this is definitely on the greater side. Spatz was able to get out a few of these stalkers, so he will be able to keep himself safe at home, but behind this going to be going for a 3rd gateway, getting that robo on the way as well. So we'll have a little bit of a transition coming out of this. Definitely needs to do some damage though.
Yeah, I think the other important thing to point out is that even though we had 4 of these Reapers, AqueroN was more concerned with killing Stalkers, and he didn't scout. He didn't end up opting to dive into the main base, so because of that, he actually hasn't really seen much of anything. He doesn't know what tech AqueroN has started with, and as a result, the DTs, they're waddling on in. They reveal themselves!
Yeah, and AqueroN hasn't been saving scans.
Oh no! Oh my god, there are no scans. The Marines are going to get picked off one after the other. The DTs haven't done too much economic damage though, not yet.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the disadvantages of not having that robo, not having that prism to help these DTs get in. Is it's a little bit harder to get the kind of damage that you would if you had DTs in both bases. We are going to see that first scan going down. Only one of the DTs will be taken out, but we do have a second scan coming up pretty soon. eBay is going to get targeted down by one of these DTs, but not the most disastrous pick off here. You can survive without that for sure.
Ooh, meanwhile, with one scan, 2 DTs are going to be going down. Spatz wasn't able to split them off in time, and just like that, the DT aggression has been thwarted. And was it enough damage? I mean, Spatz has taken a pretty substantial worker lead.
Yeah, really solid hold there by AqueroN though. Spatz behind this looks like he's opting to go all in. Going to be throwing down a lot of extra gateways. He has been mining a lot of gas, so might want to start whopping in some DTs for Archons as well as Zealots for the charge. That's still a little ways off here. As there we go, we do see 3 more DTs going to be warped in. Yeah,
3 DTs, and they're actually going to be going straight into the main base. We now have a prism. We're going to be zooming across the map, and are we going to be saving scans? We do have, to be fair, we do have a turret in the main.
Yeah, we have a good amount of turrets. That could be pretty vulnerable. If Spatz goes right for that, 3 DTs make pretty quick work of a turret. Looks like, yeah, AqueroN going to be spotting this out very quickly. Gets on top of that turret with the SUVs as well, so we'll be able to body block. And, ooh, Spatz needs to be very careful here.
Oh, he has to be very careful indeed. One of those DTs is going to be going down. The prism takes a lot of hits as well, but at least he's able to keep it alive. He can always dip on in later on or go for that recall. Meanwhile, Spatz is going for a lot more gates back at home. 3 more, I believe 8 in total.
Yeah, Spatz going to be going totally all in on this here. Should be just charge lot of Mortal Archon. That can be very difficult to deal with as Terran before you get up into your ghosts, into your medevacs. If you don't have a wall at the front as well, which it looks like AqueroN not really working on a wall here. That could really come back to bite him.
It really could, especially against his charge lot composition. Meanwhile, the DTs slip in once again. A couple more workers, a lot of lost mining time. I say a lot because AqueroN is only on 2 base economy. He needs to be mining as efficiently as he can be, and he's just been really struggling. He does finally pick off that DT, but the prism is still alive.
Yeah, Spatz a little bit slow on the pickup there. Might want to send that prism around so I can help out with this push. And yeah, looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. AqueroN going for a small move out. He's going to be meeting these Zealots out on the map. But the Zealots, yeah, not controlled quite right by Spatz. Looks like they're on a bit of a move command there. And 4 of them going down already. That's going to help AqueroN a lot with the defense here. Looks like those first 2 medevacs should be coming out here. And a lot of SUVs. Yeah, all the SUVs being pulled down into the main.
Oh, they are
natural.
Yeah, they are pulled down from the main base. We have a massive warping of Zealots in the main, and now AqueroN again, his economy once again being hindered. Spatz trying to pull him apart. He doesn't really have enough to break AqueroN, but he doesn't need to right now because he has Storm on the way.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty scary. As for AqueroN here, he just needs to hold on. I mean, the 2 base Protoss really can't last for that much longer. He just has to hold out for a couple more minutes here, but here we go. This High Templar, they are gathering a lot of energy. Looks like Spatz just going to be holding out for that second timing though.
Oh, actually, Spatz pulls back because of this Reaper. He will eventually be able to clean this up. It looks like Spatz wants to expand and take a 3rd base behind this. So not going to be completely all in, but he still has a pretty terrifying army. And what do we have to deal with these High Templar? There's no zoning units available, just pure bio from AqueroN.
Yeah, we're going to have some money splits, especially when the medevacs, there just aren't that many of them. They're pretty low on energy as well. So AqueroN, is he looking, puppy?
Oh. He is looking. Storm just finishes up as AqueroN pays attention to his army. He will be pulling back, and oh my god, he's crazy. He commits to the drop.
Yeah, he is sending 3 medevacs across. I think he has misread this situation a little. As there we go. We're going to have that Storm going down on top of that bunker. No heals available. None for you at all. And that means this natural is going to be completely evacuated. What does AqueroN have to hold with in the main? He does have the Viking there, but a recall.
Oh, he recalls back to the natural base, and this triple drop isn't going to be doing much, or it shouldn't do much at all. The High Templar are here to defend with their feedbacks, with their Storms.
Yeah, really great recall there, and AqueroN, he's just got to get out of here if he can. Looks like Blink's still a little ways off, so he will be able to almost get out, but the feedback in the Storm takes down one of those medevacs.
And AqueroN is on 1 base economy right now. He just can't really sustain himself. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be here for Spatz. To be fair, we still have drop potential. We still have some backstab plays that AqueroN can try and go for, but Spatz is ready for it. He leaves some units here in his main.
Yeah, and I mean, Spatz, he's got 5 High Templar down here, another 3 in the main as well. That is a really tough army to break here. That's the kind of army as a Terran you kind of just want to wait until you have ghosts, as we do see. AqueroN is going to be making ghosts on 2 bases here, so probably just going to look to go all in with that timing.
It's one of those things where AqueroN, he doesn't let his opponent take a third, but he also doesn't take a third. So, oh my god, it's just how he does PvT. And yeah, I mean, he's gonna have a certain window here, but the window is closing. We can see the disparity in the army supplies as the game is going on. AqueroN, he's on a bit of a timer. He's got to make something happen soon.
Yeah, definitely. As we do see Spatz trying to catch him out in the middle of the map as well, being a little bit cheeky here with this prism.
Oh my god, the storm drops Buffy. The Viking comes in though, is gonna find that prism in the end. And there are the storms. Oh my god.
Oh, great EMP there from AqueroN. But he does reveal that he has those ghosts. It is time, I think, to go straight across the map now. He pulls the boys as well, so this is really all going to come down to, can he land those EMPs?
Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. The boys are being pulled. AqueroN 100% all in here. He has to end the game one way or the other. What do we have at home to defend? Look at this tab. We have 10 High Templar. 10.
Yeah, Spatz has done a really good job of just spreading his High Templar out all over the place, and that's going to make this very complicated for AqueroN. I don't think he really has enough energy to EMP all of them. Might have to go for snipes here, as almost takes out that prism there.
Oh my god, almost takes it out, but the storms are just a little bit too good regardless. There's just so many of them. AqueroN's doing a decent job at avoiding them, but you can't avoid them all.
Yeah, and those there were some pretty value storms, and his army is just so low. There's no way that he can take a fight right now. He needs to stop. He needs to heal up. He needs to land those EMPs, and to his credit, he is landing some good EMPs, but he's got to be perfect here, and it's just not possible. GG is called.
GG, well played. Spatz comes out and takes the first game.
Maybe. Yeah, it was a very strong first game, too.
It was crazy, Poppy. The DTs eventually did pay for themselves. They didn't get an overwhelming amount of worker kills, but there was just so much lost mining time. So often AqueroN was on 1 base economy longer than he wanted to be. And that transition as well into those charge outs, into that multi-prong aggression. Very well done there by Spatz. Very well done.
Yeah, 100%. And Spatz, yeah, looking very competitive here. These two players looking very closely matched as I have a bit of a bug. I need to relog.
All good, Papi, all good. So yeah, a good start here for Spatz, and definitely something that he needs. You know, coming into this AqueroN, there's still a lot of hype around him. He wasn't able to really play out his game though. Maybe being a little bit too greedy with his play, maybe being a little bit too lax as well with his scouting. He never scouted the initial tech of his opponent. He was kind of assuming a lot, and you can't assume against Protoss. They're crazy.
They are crazy. That looks like one of my ladder games, to be honest. Against Sephiroth.
Well, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? You gotta use all your tools, mate. All your tools. So yeah, pretty crazy game number 1. But now we're getting ready for game number 2. As a reminder again, best of 7, plenty of games ahead of us. This can still sway either way, and it looks like game number 2 is going to be on Gressvar.
Yeah, okay, so gonna have a bit more room to work with, but AqueroN has shown before already, he doesn't really care about the map too much. He's just going for that 2 base all in, whether you like it or not. And it feels like Spatz, he did manage to get the upper hand here, but if AqueroN can get a bit more momentum in his favor this time, could see things being a little bit different.
Definitely. Things can still tip either way as we are loading on in to game number 2.
And here we go in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. It is the German Protoss in the red. This is Spatz.
And Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponent, the Spanish Terran player representing Platinum Heroes. It is AqueroN. Oh boy, and yeah, pretty interesting how things turned out. AqueroN once again moving out with an SCV, this time not for an NG block, this time for a proxy Rax.
Yeah, so it looks like this is how he likes to cycle through his builds. Just eBay blocks and proxy Raxes. I can respect that. As we do have, double gas again. So seems like AqueroN, has his builds pretty well sorted out in that way.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes he commits to a proxy, sometimes, going for a fake pseudo proxy instead. So he does have quite a bit of diversity for his play. Does he have enough for a best of 7 though? That's the question. We haven't seen too much kind of variety out of AqueroN. It's always some kind of variation of bio 2-base play. But despite that, these Protoss players, they have been struggling.
Yeah, and on top of that as well, Spatz going to be skipping out on the scout, but going for a Zealot first. So this is something we've been seeing Max Packs go for quite a bit as well, going for a Zealot first and just sending it straight across the map, kind of instead of going for the scout. He's going to send that probe scout a little bit later on as well, but the Zealot should be able to at least help make it a bit more difficult for this Reaper to get so much damage.
Yeah, exactly. As the Reaper is about to finish up, the Zealot moves out at the same time. It is going to be moving in that area, in that location, and it is going to come across. Oh my god, the tech lab.
Okay. So once again, going to be going for the fast Marauders is AqueroN. This could be a few different things. I did see Beyond recently do a build against Australia where he went for this proxy Rax straight into Marauders and rallied Hellions across the map and a medevac as well. So it's possible that we're going to be seeing some kind of Marauder Hellion build. Those can be very strong. And there we go. The Hellion does get started up.
Oh, the Hellion is on the way, but before that happens, this has all been scouted, and we have to cancel, lift off, and abandon the Marauders.
Yeah, not what you want here whatsoever. That does make things a lot more complicated, and we're gonna have to see how AqueroN wants to how he wants to change his build to deal with this. Looks like he's going to be pulling out a gas, throwing down that second CC straight away, and opting to change for a mine drop. That definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's just completely switching gears here into hopefully something that can get him back into this game. He still did make that one heli, and that is going to help with the scouting. But behind this, we do have our tech on the way. Spatz getting into his fire council, getting into his robo.
Yeah, the mine's going to take out a Stalker there, so very high value target for that mine there. At the same time, we do see a little bit of a supply block coming down for AqueroN. Maybe just not really expecting how things were going to turn out and getting a bit thrown off his build here.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit to transition. Meanwhile, he did get 2 probe kills with his Hellion. The Hellion did get picked off at the same time. Reaper slips into the main base. No shield battery in the main, so another probe is going to go down.
Yeah, I bet he's wishing now that he committed to that Hellion drop when he sees no shield battery, but anyway, he is going to have that double mine drop coming out. Going to get that tech lab as well into the racks. Should be a pretty standard 3-1-1 setup here for AqueroN.
Yeah, it is going to be on the way. I mean, to be fair, Spatz did kind of scout this as well. He did get eyes on those Widow mines, so we'll see if he's going to be able to split up his army to defend against this. Looking at the units tab right now, he has 1 Stalker to his name and only a single Stalker, so not the most prepared for this. Hopefully his reactions are going to be in time.
Yeah, Spatz being pretty greedy here, actually going to be skipping out on a lot of warp-ins to get a very fast warp prism and extra gateways, so I think he's going to be punished for this.
He definitely could be. I mean, we have 1 more Stalker being warped in, 3 Stalkers in total, not too bad. The drop is being set up to go into the main base, and Spatz, does he react? Up!
There he is, he's going to get that reaction down on time. Just 1 probe from each of these, but they'll be able to get out of here as well.
Oh, yes, they should be able to escape with their lives and come in a little bit later, so again, not too bad. The other important thing is that the Reaper earlier was able to scout the Twilight Council and saw that it was researching, so AqueroN knows that he's not going to be DT'd or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, exactly. So good scout there. He is going to be making a few extra tanks as well, so going to be very well prepared. Throwing down a bunker as well, so he has seen everything when he went in with that mine drop. Saw that it's a 4-gate build. He's going to be trying to make sure that he's extremely safe here. As there we go, a bit of a delayed 4-gate coming out from Spatz, of course, after all the aggression in the early game, but it's just going to come down to whether AqueroN can hold with how few units he has. I really like that he's made a Viking here to look to take out that prism.
100%, mate, as it looks like a Liberator slips on in. Widowmines go off in the main base. 14 probes go down.
Ooh. Yeah, great multitask coming out from AqueroN there, as we do see Spatz going to be diving on top of this tank, but does lose a couple of stalkers for his trouble. Not what you want here. It's really important for him that he makes this snowball.
Yeah, and I don't think he can. The tanks move down from the main base. We have a Viking as well to swat away this prison. Spatz, he cannot stick around, but he has to. Like, he's being committed. He's being almost forced all in.
Yeah, and I mean, AqueroN here, he does have the 2 tanks. Doesn't need to siege them up, though.
They are on siege, and one tank is going to be going down. The second tank goes down as well. Only Marines and Marauders remaining. Only Marines, actually.
Yeah, nice quick SCV pull. The bunker going to be nice and healthy. Not too many SCVs going down either. We keep the Viking alive. Marauders on the way. We should have everything that we need here. I think this next warp in might get a little bit scary, but if we can survive this, we should be okay. So mine drop is back in.
Oh, there was no repair, and the mines do go back in, but it looks like the natural base has to be forfeit. Spatz, he's breaking through.
Yeah, Spatz is breaking on through. AqueroN just maybe a little bit lazy there, not sieging up the tank earlier, but at the same time getting a good amount of damage down on these stalkers. We do have a few Vikings. We've got a few Marauders as well. They're very good for dealing with those stalkers. If we can keep this tank safe, and there we go, the tank is going to siege up, we should be okay.
We are okay on one base, and again, the worker count here for Spatz, the worker situation isn't the most amazing. He finally does clean up the drop and those widow mines, but Spatz is looking in a decent position, and he does blink into the main.
Yeah, going to be blinking on top of that bunker, but Stim is finished. That means all of these stalkers going to be going down, and oh, that was a big misstep there by Spatz, and now he could be in a little bit of trouble against a counterattack.
Oh my god, the blunder is real. Suddenly things can swing in the favor of AqueroN. He does have the army supply lead. He sieges on up. He's going to be able to regain control of his natural, but Spatz has high ground vision. He sees everything, and he wants that tank.
Yeah, he's going to be diving up on that tank there. Going to be taking out the bunker as well. This is getting a little bit scary, and I mean, for AqueroN, just got that 1 medevac on the way. Would have been a lot nicer if he had 2 coming. He's going to need those desperately before he can push out.
Exactly, as he committed, and he's got 5 Raxes as well, the AqueroN special. So things are getting really chaotic here because of the lack of medevacs that you just pointed out. A lot of these stims are now starting to hurt AqueroN. His army is very softened up.
Yeah, definitely. As we do see that first medevac hitting the field, but Spatz recognizing this as well, wanting to put down as much damage as he can, using that blink, using that second blink with that pickup with the prisms, but oh, AqueroN going to be pulling forward those SCVs. A lot of these stalkers going to be going down, but he does get them out with the prism.
Yeah, he is able to blink away in the end. We've got some more blinks as well from Spatz, doing amazing at juggling here as well. Has to be careful, but so far only loses 1 stalker.
Oh. Yeah, really nice job there from Spatz to kite this across the map, and AqueroN maybe getting a little bit restless, pulling the SCVs all the way. Going to have to pick up those red health Marines, get them on out of there. This is a really scary moment for him, and behind this, Spatz is throwing down a 3rd base.
He's crazy, mate. He's expanding, he's taking a 3rd. Meanwhile, oh, Spatz, he takes some hits trying to push up this ramp. Do we have any splash damage on the way there? Right now, he's throwing down 4 more gates. Oh my god.
There you go. AqueroN finally finds that observer that's been plaguing him for this whole game, but looks like Spatz going to have a little bit of a guess at the movement here. Just misses that medevac, so a bit unlucky for him here, but what is here to defend for AqueroN does seem like he has enough Marauders.
Yeah, he's got enough Marines. He has enough Marauders here. He's going to be able to hold on to his natural base. He actually stims on forward. He wants these Stalkers. He's going to be able to get 1 of them. Maybe he does get 2.
He's not looking, puppy.
He wasn't looking. Speaking of not looking, that 1 drop is slipping into the main base. Spatz, does he have anything back at home to defend? Not quite. Oh.
everything for Spatz is across the map. Looks like AqueroN has that base locked down well enough as well that he should be able to keep that safe. So Spatz is going to get pretty badly blindsided here. Does he have a recall? Looks like he doesn't have a recall on the main base.
There is no recall. We just warped in across the map as well. No, the production pilot is going to be going down. The warp in will not finish.
Yeah, no warp in for you as we do see. Yeah, okay, so those Stalkers going to be coming up from the natural. We'll be able to take out the drop, but oh, this army for AqueroN is huge. He's pulling the boys as well. This is a fantastic SEV pull. There's no splash at all for Spatz, just the Stalkers, just the Immortals, and he's desperately trying to get these batteries up, but there's just not enough time. He has to try to hold him back with his force fields.
Yeah, and the thing is that honestly, he has to go up this third base. I don't know if he can really hold on to this location. I mean, to be fair, he does have a ramp and some SimCity to work with. He throws out even more shield batteries. He has to hold up.
Yeah, this force field is going to be so important, doing his best to cut off the SEVs, but looks like all of these batteries are going to be cancelled, and with that...
The force fields, they're pretty good.
Gonna be so close. The force fields are really good for sure, and I mean, these Zealots aren't able to get on top of the army, but the Immortal is doing so much work here.
Mate, the force fields cut the army in half. The SCVs all went down at the same time. Zealot run by or Zealot drop into the main base is going to be forcing AqueroN even more all in. It all comes down to this fight.
Yeah, AqueroN has nothing. It's just what you see is what you get. This army on the front here. He is going to be healing it back up again, but time is of the essence. I think we need to go now. There's not going to be a better time to go.
There is no better time. He's going to stim on forward. No shield batteries here to defend for Spatz. Only this army. The Immortal is getting focused down.
Yeah, the Immortal goes down after the shields are finished off, and the Zealot's putting on so much damage. So many Stalkers, so many sentries. It feels like Spatz might just be able to hold on, but looks like AqueroN almost breaking through his Spatz with a clutch hold.
Wow. GG, well played, Spatz. He holds, he defends, he takes game number 2.
There we go. Spatz having a hell of a run here and looking so strong in the PvT.
Oh my god. I mean, specifically against how AqueroN is playing, like Spatz has done such a great job at just almost punishing his playstyle a little bit, you know, just slowing him down, just getting these small like edge victories here and there. Oh my god. that was intense.
Yeah, that was a really intense game. These guys are having some banger games.
And Spatz, the underdog, the dark horse of the tournament, is up 2-0. A great start to the series here, a great start to the finals. Can he keep the momentum up? Especially because game number 3, it's going to be on Neo Humanity.
Ooh, alrighty.
Let's go, Papi, let's
This
go.
is going to be wild.
Meanwhile, AqueroN, I mean, he's been struggling a little bit. I mean, he's been trying to get into his play, but even last game, unfortunately, his initial plan, if you remember, was to go for the Proxy Marauder, and it was just completely shut down.
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of forget about that, so I guess that game was kind of close considering all that, but here we go. In the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the red Protoss, Spatz.
And spawning. In the bottom right-hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have his opponent, the Spanish Terran player representing Platinum Heroes. It is AqueroN. Oh my! Oh god! You see that?
What? Huh?
AqueroN did the classic move of accidentally selecting all of his workers and pulling them to one mineral patch.
Oh
no! The mental. Stay strong, Papi. Stay strong. As Spatz is going to be moving out here with his probe, this time AqueroN throws down his racks back at home in his own main base. Is he going to do it? Is Spatz going to do it? Is he going to do what you wanted? Mate. The probe.
I think he might, yeah. Like an animal.
It's kind of looking like a proxy Stargate, but if we get a gateway, if we get multiple gates, or even a robo, I would love for him to mine out that mineral patch.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, we have a Zealot here that's being made across the map. The Cybercore is still halfway done. We are
Oh
poised.
no, it's gonna be a Stargate.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Lame.
Smurge, papi, smurge.
It could have been cool.
You could have been the one, papi. You could have been the one.
No one for me.
So there we go. The Stargate is thrown down. Meanwhile, AqueroN opening up with a double gas opener here, as we have come to expect, and he is scanning around with his Reaper.
Yeah, so just being gonna be having a little bit of a run around. I think this is the first time as well that we've seen the racks at home without the eBay.
Yeah, I think especially because of the way that the series has gone, AqueroN has been humbled a little bit, and he wants to try and play this a little bit safer than what he is used to. Does end up coming across that Zealot, and is going to be forced to cancel the CC.
Okay. That seems like
An overreaction?
a very strong reaction, yeah. I
yeah.
mean, no, I think he's right. I don't think he would have been able to stop it from the adept.
True.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you could have pulled some SEVs.
Yeah. I think what we just saw here is the pain and the weight of the last two games. Like this is it's not a good way to start the finals, right? He's down 2-0 and maybe he's a little bit scarred by that, and the Oracle is going to be diving in.
And there's nothing that shoots up. This could be over right here.
Oh my god, AqueroN! Por favor! He's got 2 Marines on the way. The boys are being pulled. But this is game-ending damage.
Yeah, this is devastating. So many of these SCVs going to be going down. But meanwhile, AqueroN going for a little bit of a counterattack of his own. Only going to be 2 Stalkers here to defend, but it looks like that is enough to turn him back.
And we have a second Oracle coming in. We do have a Widowmine that has been borrowed though, so the Widowmine shot goes off.
Yeah, I guess he realized that he wasn't going to be able to get out of that one. Flies back in to finish off the SCV with the splash damage, but not a good trade whatsoever.
Yeah, so the comeback is definitely available here for AqueroN. I say available. It's been a real rough start here for him. He does actually find the proxy in the end, and it looks like he should be able to focus down this pylon. He should be able to deny the next Oracle. Oh my god, it was so close.
Oh, he doesn't get it. So unlucky, and that means he is going to be losing everything here. The Oracles will be expending their energy, and really that's probably all that he wanted to use that Stargate for, so that pylon doesn't end up being that punishing in the end, apart from the small supply block.
Definitely. Meanwhile, this Widowmine is the MVP. 2 Oracle. How often does one Widowmine have 2 Oracle kills?
Yeah, it's brutal.
That's crazy. Oh god, the Widowmine actually is able to scuttle away and survive as well, but Spatz has control of the low ground. AqueroN still cannot expand.
Yeah, and Spat's going to be very greedy behind this, throwing down his Nexus with just 2 gateways here. Going to be trying to go heavily into that econ while he keeps AqueroN back at home.
He's actually insane. He's up against AqueroN and he's going for a 3rd Nexus this quickly. Like he's lost his mind. Especially because I feel like AqueroN, I wouldn't be surprised if he does, transition into a pretty powerful 2-base all-in timing. Spatz has to be careful not to be too greedy.
Actually, I kind of like that for that reason. I feel like because it's going to be a 2-base timing, Spatz is looking to be very greedy now and then just pump out units for that 6:30 kind of timing.
Okay, we'll see if he can pull it off, mate. Meanwhile, that Widowmine... Oh no! 3 kills! 1 Widowmine with 3 Oracle kills!
It knows all the spots.
He's crazy! How?
I mean... I was going to talk before about how just getting the Oracle with the mines is not going to be enough to get you back in the game, but 3 Oracles? Maybe.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Stim is on the way. We got more Raxes as well. Just 3 Raxes for the time being. But again, the biggest problem is that everything is just so delayed, and Spatz has a lot of time here to prepare his own army.
Yes, Spatz behind this. Going to be going up into 6 gates, getting Blink, getting that Robo up and running. Nice healthy amount of sentries as well, just to help cut up this push if in fact AqueroN does decide to go across the map with a stim bio timing.
Exactly, and it's still going to be a while before that timing hits. Combat Shields just starts up as well. We'll see if even AqueroN does go for any kind of timing like that, or if he does something even crazier and throws down a third CC. We'll see for the time being. As Spatz, he's just working on that immortal production, throwing down more gateways.
He's crazy, puppy.
I mean, I like that AqueroN, he's like trying to sneak around the map. Unfortunately, the Xel'Naga Tower has been under the control of Spatz, and he does see the army.
Yeah, there we go. He is going to be able to take that one out.
Oh boy, and yeah, with that, AqueroN, he's just trying to find some other opportunities. You know, we have a pylon out on the map that he can maybe come across to clean up as well, to just keep Spatz in the dark. As we can see, Spatz does have that observer in between the bases, and I believe he does end up spotting the unsiege here of AqueroN.
Yeah, well placed observer there. That's nasty. Sneaky. Bloody observers.
Smurge, Papi Smurge, as AqueroN is moving out here. Again, this was spotted by Spatz, and he's getting in position. He's going for another round of warp-ins. Oh my, look how greedy he is. Double robot production. He's crazy.
Oh, wow. When did that happen?
Yeah.
That's gross.
But the Colossi aren't anywhere close to being done, mate, and AqueroN is pushing in.
Yeah, this is a really scary moment here. We have to be so careful, especially with these tanks. The force field's not really going to help that much against a tank army. Spatz trying to sit just at the edge of that tank range as well, just making sure this army has to really take its time getting any closer.
Oh, I love this. He's crazy. Third CC's on the way. it's the first time it's the first time today. So AqueroN, he's gonna slowly chip away at this army. He's trading quite well so far. The tank shots are gonna be going up here, and AqueroN is looking to transition behind this. Hopefully he doesn't lose too much in this fight. We'll see. Oh my god.
Yes, here we go. With those Colossus coming out, looks like Spatz going to pull the trigger, but no, does want to pull that back. That Colossus getting a little bit hurt there, but I wouldn't mind him going for this there. It is just a really awkward angle, but going to be blinking, targeting down those tanks straight away. Great force fields too.
Oh yeah, so many Marines were caught out. They couldn't retreat, they couldn't back off, and this may just be it. One of the tanks is going to be able to siege up in time, but the medevac did go down, and what is scary about what Spatz's position is like is that he can produce two more Colossi behind this. It's just going to be staying on 2 though for the time being.
Yeah, your opponent this far ahead producing off double robo is not something you want to see here as a Terran. Definitely really scary, but AqueroN, he's got a lot of potential here for some multi-prong to try to get himself back in the game.
Yeah, he is setting a dropout over on the left-hand side of the map. We do see the third base is being landed and taken here at the triangular third location. AqueroN is actually saturating it. He is actually making workers. So he's looking to maybe even try and slow things down a little bit. Unfortunately, his tank count was almost reset, so he doesn't have the most defensible position.
Yeah, it is going to be very difficult to hold this down. We do see Spatz starting to set up for an attack. This might be a little bit over-eager, especially with the Terran only just getting their third up now. But we do have a bit of a warp in towards the north as well.
Yeah, it looks like Spatz wants to try and pull apart AqueroN. He's going to be going for a drop into the main base and threatening a push with his Stalkers. Of course, he's leaving all of his high-tech units back at home. He doesn't want to risk them. As AqueroN, he unsieged for a moment there, but just repositioning.
Yeah, AqueroN, he's going to find the Stalkers on the side, sees those couple Zealots going in as well, and looks like nothing in the main to deal with this little run by, so this could get a fair bit of damage here.
Oh my god, the Zealots are going ham in the main base. The Bio Army is responding, and the tanks are looking a little bit exposed. Spatz, he's looking for them, he's hunting them down. Doesn't go for it though.
Yeah, it looks like AqueroN is going to be in position with the Bio to cover those tanks, and oh, in the main, we are going to be getting the Zealots getting a good amount of damage. 8 SCVs go down, not a bad trade whatsoever. Behind this, Spatz, his 4th is finishing up now as well, so he has a very comfortable lead here. We do have Disruptors being pushed out 2 at a time, and we got the DT Shrine on the way too.
Everything is looking up Spatz here. AqueroN did at least kill the War Prism. The War Prism that went into the main base did get focused down by those Marines, so now he doesn't have to worry about any kind of backstab, at least for the time being. But as you were saying, because the Disruptors are on the way, Spatz is just refining his army ever more. AqueroN just feeling one step behind.
Yeah, this is not a good feeling as a Terran. When you're just on Bio, not even Bio Ghost or Liberators or anything like that, being behind the Protoss in supply, even by a little bit, is pretty grim, let alone by 50.
Yeah.
Looks like he is just going to try to camp and just play very, very safe, sit back on those tanks, see if he can get into a 4th base safely, and hopefully Spatz will throw into him. That's probably the plan here.
Yeah, and that could just happen. Spatz is pushing on forward, but the Novas are going to be going off. One tank goes down, only a single tank. The majority of the Bio Army was able to avoid those balls, and AqueroN, he does scan, he does see. Can he hold, though?
Yeah, this is a really tough map to break tanks on. There's just not really that many angles that you can break the first few bases on, and this is a very awkward angle for Spatz to try to get into. He is going to throw those disruptors out, get a nice little snipe there on that, but at the same time, this sensor tower is still just doing a really good job of keeping track of his rotations, and not too much you can really do here.
Yeah, this is where we have to be a little bit critical here with Spatz. Like, now would be a good time to start throwing down some Stargates and maybe a Fleet Beacon to get ready to transition into Sky Toss. If he stays on the ground to his army like this, then we'll see if he can break this location. He isn't going to be able to get on top of some of these tanks, though.
Yeah, he's going to be going for it. Throws out the Disruptor, but no, that gets sniped down, and that was a very efficient trade there for AqueroN.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. AqueroN with this siege up position, with this entrenched location. He wants Spatz to push into him, and now suddenly the supplies are looking in favor of AqueroN.
The Reptile Crate, it's a Metal Gear Solid reference. I only just noticed that.
Oh.
I like this map now.
You're like, it's my favorite map. It's beautiful. As we have a double jump across the map, and ooh, this 5th base is looking to go down.
Yeah, nice pickups there. AqueroN going to be getting out of there with one of those medevacs as well. Just looking to sit that in that dead space there. At the same time, Spatz kind of just sitting out in the middle of the army, middle of the map with his army, seeing if he can get that prism into the main as well. But looks like AqueroN's got all his bases covered here.
Does have all of his bases covered with that 5th base going down. I mean, Spatz finally does go for the transition. He threw down 3 Stargates and a Fleet Beacon. A little bit late, but, you know, better late than never. I guess it is on the way. But before that transition happens, though, AqueroN, I feel like he has clawed himself back into this. His economy isn't amazing, but, you know, he is keeping up in the overall army.
Yeah, I mean, he might have one little window to try to get this done. He has been able to turtle towards a max out, so I think really his only hope is to try to get something done here with that maxed out army. He is really struggling to even think about getting up a 4th.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a 4th CC on the way, but establishing it is another question entirely, just because of how active Spatz has been. Bearing in mind that Spatz is maxed out, so even though he has the production to go into carriers, he can't actually make any right now. You know, he has to wait until after a fight happens.
I can't ping. The box is... There's another one down to the left.
But where's the what? The box?
Where the medevacs are. Just above them. There's like a little critter. It's like a upside down cardboard box.
Oh, Reptile Crate. Oh.
Yeah, it's like the Metal Gear Solid thing where he like hides under the cardboard box.
It's even got a snake on it.
It's a snake.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so cool.
Oh my god. Speaking of being cool, the double jump just got shut down on the left-hand side of the map. You know, we did see a little bit of harass there, and 6 probes did end up falling, but the medevacs have been cleaned up. Spatz still maintains control of the game.
He does. We have 12 tanks.
Yeah. That's a lot of tanks. That's a lot of disruptors. There's too many disruptors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult. I mean, you can do this. You can throw out like a billion of them, stop the Terran from jumping on top of you. But yeah, I mean, it's all going to come down to, I think, Tempests here. Fantastic choice. Much better choice than Carriers in the exact situation. Just because he's got the Disruptor count here and he can use the Disruptors to keep the Bio off the Tempests.
Yeah, it's one of those things where even like 2 or 3 Tempests would be ideal here to just force a reaction out of AqueroN and maybe force him to push into Disruptors and Colossus. So they need to be here ASAP. Meanwhile, AqueroN just getting into a better entrenched position. We do see the Stalkers blink forward. A bit of a mistake, I feel.
Yeah, AqueroN has 10 Disruptors. Sorry, Spatz has 10 Disruptors.
Oh my god.
This is a crazy army.
Yeah. I don't see
They're both crazy.
I don't think 10 Novas are going to land, Puffy. I don't think it's going to happen, as the Tempest have been revealed, and AqueroN, he doesn't care, mate. He's looking to bypass the army. He may be trying to just go across the map. He does get spotted, though, by Spatz.
Yeah, he's going to be forced to siege up here, but this is a very awkward army to engage into. It's kind of like when you've had a mech player dead all game, and you just have that final task of trying to kill that army. It's a bit scary. I mean, you're not really sure if you can do it, to be honest.
Mate, they're never dead. Who you trying to kid, Papi? As there we go. AqueroN is getting entrenched in between all these bases. The tanks do siege up. Novas are going to be going off, though.
Really good Novas there. That's exactly what Spatz needed to get himself out of this little predicament here. And feels like AqueroN is backing himself into a corner right now.
He is, but he has to, right? He is all in. One Tempest is going to be going down. It was left a little bit exposed. Only one more Tempest remaining here. Novas are going to be going off, though. One of them does connect, and AqueroN's army isn't looking as big as it once was.
Yeah, AqueroN really going to be trying to shove right in there, and I think Spatz is going to have to pull the trigger pretty soon. We do have a couple carriers coming out. That might be something that he wants to wait for, but here we go. He's going to dive on the army. The disruption shot's going to be going out, blanketing those tanks, getting some good connections, but the EMPs are really good as well. There's just... Is there enough here for AqueroN?
He's waiting for another weapon of charge ults, and it looks like he gets it just in time as well. A lot of Novas did go down. Sorry, a lot of Disruptors did go down. AqueroN trading quite well overall, but across the map, it looks like he lost his third base. It looks like actually DTs just went ham.
Yeah, pretty brutal there. DT is getting a lot of damage done, and we do see as well now Spatz producing carriers 3 at a time. I think this is kind of the game-ending move. AqueroN's been on 3 bases all game. Even now that he's got this 4th up, he loses his 3rd, so he is in a really rough spot economically, and the carriers will just be the finisher.
I love how the 4th, by the way, is right next to, like, the proxy is still alive.
It's still there.
We're just chilling, you know? We're just boys. Oh my god, Spatz is taking every single base on the map. He's up to 81 workers, double the worker count, and he's going for another bit of a DT run by. No detection available. Oof.
Yeah, no detection. Lucky it's an orbital, not a PS, so he is going to be able to lift it up, but 12 SCVs go down in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, they do go down immediately. Meanwhile, AqueroN is still trying to look for a fight with his main army. His armor supply is still quite high. He can still make some magic happen. One Tempest immediately going to be going down, but the Novas go off. Oh.
Yeah, good Novas. Oh, the secondary Novas really good as well. There's just not enough here for AqueroN. GG is called, and Spatz 3-0 up.
He's crazy. Oh my god. Spatz is doing the unthinkable right now. Like, no one thought he could make it out of his own group, let alone the playoffs, let alone the tournament. He's 1 game away.
Mate, he is on that teamless grind. He took that personally.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes, you know, it goes both ways. You know, joining a new team can be really motivating, but also losing a team but still looking to compete can be motivating as well. And yeah, for Spatz to take a 3-0 lead here against AqueroN, not just a 3-0 lead, but especially in the early game, it did feel like AqueroN mentally was falling apart a little bit. Like, it was the series has been getting to him, the games have been getting to him, and yeah, I'm a little bit in awe.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty tough to work out how to approach this 4th game here. AqueroN really needs to get one back on its side, but it feels like everything that he's been doing just hasn't really been working out for him.
Yeah, it does feel that way. I mean, again, specifically that last game, I guess, like, I don't know if it was lack of confidence or something, but like, it was really rough to see him, you know, just end up losing the CC, for example, and the Oracle play really caught him off guard and did an insane amount of damage. But even before that, like, it felt like Spatz was just reading him really well when it came to his overall builds, whether it came to the proxy play or the NG blocks or any of that. Spatz has just been, yeah, responding really well.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like he's got a very good read on how AqueroN likes to play, and with that, we do have our next map on the road. So yeah, be interesting to see what AqueroN's going to pull out this time.
Are we going to see a clean sweep? There's no way, right? There's no... Oh, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out as we are loading into game number 4 on Ancient Cistern.
Yeah, there you go. So going to be a bit of a bigger map, but also a map with some pretty nasty spots that you can set up tank pushes, as we saw Coffee play against Sound. But looking to get that clean sweep, looking to get that 4-0 and cruise his way to a grand final victory. It is the Red Protoss, the German in the bottom left. This is Spatz.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have his opponent, the Spanish Terran player. Representing Platinum Heroes, he needs your energy, he needs your support. It is AqueroN. And this is when I start to get worried, Asher. Because we're on a pretty big map. And I don't know if AqueroN is comfortable playing macro, you know? I don't know if that's really his forte. It's not really what he's known for. It's not what he wants out of life. And on a larger map like this, he may be forced into it.
All right, he can still 5 racks. I actually think 5 racks is a bit nicer out of a gas fast expand opening.
There you go. You know, he's ready, Papi.
He'll do it.
Yeah,
I trust him, my boy.
As we are going for that racks expand opener here, no double gas this time for the first time.
Yeah, pretty standard. Not even an eBay block, so definitely wanting to be the one that's playing things a bit more safe. Maybe realizing that Spatz has been playing very aggressive, kind of weird, and that he might have a bit of a better chance, you know, sitting back and receiving rather than being the one to go for the aggression himself.
Yeah, I agree. I think AqueroN can sometimes be a little bit predictable with his overall play style, and it definitely looks like Spatz is aware of that. So AqueroN has to shift gears. He has to switch things up here. And going for a Rax expand, you love to see it. We do see Spatz is trying to be as annoying as possible. Can he get that SCV? Oh, well, oh, doesn't get it in the end.
Yeah, good control by AqueroN just to pull that off at that last minute there. And oh, he's going to be going for a bunker behind the Nexus here. Looks like Spatz is going to spot that out, but yeah, depends on the RNG here. Yeah, I think he's not even going to go for it, but looks like it didn't go down in time to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's just gonna have to cancel that. It just didn't go down early enough.
Yeah. The SCV took quite some time to move out across the map. The bunker just was scattered a little bit too early. Again, it's one of those things where maybe if the bunker was kept hidden, he would have been able to pull it off anyway, but was scattered in time, and the Adepts denied it.
Yeah, not the end of the world, of course, as we do see Spatz once again be going for that Twilight Council on only only 2 units, so definitely a little bit more on the greedy side. Not the greediest way to play ever. This could honestly just be a 2-gate blink at this point. Yeah.
Could just be pretty chill, and could be nothing to really write home about, as the Reaper is shut down in the main base, as the Robo is thrown down off of this as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, Robo before the 2nd gate, definitely a little weird, a little curious.
I was like, part of me was thinking Dark Shrine, not gonna lie. But yeah, it is gonna be Blink in the end, no DTs.
Yeah, Blink's gonna go down, 2nd gateway being produced as well, so that's not gonna be ready quite in time for when Warp Gate finishes, but it shouldn't be way too far behind, as we do see a 3rd gate. Is this gonna be a 4th gate? There we go, 4-gate Blink is gonna be the ticket here for Spatz, and this is a really great map for it too.
Yeah, the main is big, it's wide open, there's a lot of ways to blink up into it. Meanwhile, as he goes for his 4-gate blink stalkers, AqueroN behind this, it looks like he's going for a bit of a Hellion drop.
Yeah, a bit of an old school build here. I think he might be looking to send these 3 Hellions across the map and pick up the Marines and drop them in the main. Or you can do it the other way around as well. There's a few different options here, but yeah, something that I haven't seen this build in quite a long time. Yeah. It's definitely fallen out of favor.
And here we go. I do worry for this because, again, we are going to have access to a lot of Stalkers to defend, but we'll see kind of where they end up as AqueroN is moving out with that drop. It looks like he is going to be keeping his Marines at home, though.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, there's no battery in the main. This could definitely get a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but Spatz fanned out his Stalkers very well. Despite the fanning of the Stalkers, the drop is able to slip past all of them, and now there's nothing to defend at home.
Yeah, it's going to be a frustrating one. We do see that first volley going to be getting a lot of damage. 4 probes going down immediately. We have a quick warp in. We have a good surround by the probes as well. Fantastic reaction there from Spatz. That could have been a lot worse.
Oh, definitely could have been a lot worse. And oh my god, that medevac takes a lot of hits, barely survives. Meanwhile, across the map, it is 4-gate. We are committed here to this Stalker aggression, and with the support of this tank, these Stalkers shouldn't be able to do too much. They do get the bunker, though.
Yeah, bunker going to be going down here. We do have a good marine count, but with an extra warp in of Stalkers, we can start to think about blinking on top of that tank.
Yeah, we can blink onto the tank, we can blink into the main base. The main is a little bit exposed. There is no second tank, by the way, but Spatz is focusing here on the main. He blinks on forward, he baits out the first tank shot, and he takes down the tank.
Tank goes down. Turret's baited out from the Raven as well. We're going to start getting some damage on these Marines, on this CC as well. Feels like Spatz just having his way with AqueroN now. AqueroN might want to be able to, might want to pull this all back into the main, but really you don't want to be giving up the mining right now.
You do not, but that CC is getting lower and lower. SCVs are getting picked off as well. We have a second Raven coming out. And it looks like with the power of this Raven, the Observer is going to get taken out here, but that CC is getting dangerously low. Oh my god!
Yeah, you see, it is in a lot of trouble. Looks like AqueroN maybe just trying to bait out a little bit as well. But in the end, not going to get taken down. The tank is ready on the high ground. 2 tanks, that is. And this is looking like maybe a little bit doomed here for Spatz. He does have his third on the way. Has a DT shrine coming out behind this as well.
Yeah, Spatz has to be careful not to overextend. As he goes in pretty deep, he's going to take a massive tank shot to the face. And there we go. Spatz is finally going to back the hell off and let AqueroN take his natural. We see a scan. It does end up spotting that Prism.
Yeah, so Prism just going to get zoned out a little bit. Spatz just trying to find some extra ways to sneak in some damage, just because he does feel reasonably far behind. Behind this, AqueroN is continuing to pump out Marauders there. Of course, we do see that 4th and 5th racks, as is usually the case. And he will have a very strong timing in a minute or so.
Oh, he will. And is Spatz going to be ready for that timing? I mean, as you were saying, DTs are being warped in. Do we have... are we going to have scans available, Papi? I mean, we have Ravens.
You have Ravens.
Yeah,
we have 2 Ravens.
It's crazy for him to go DTs. Oh, but unless he's going to snipe the Ravens into the main. He's going for them.
Oh, one goes down.
God.
Oh, the second one goes down as well. We should be focus firing that turret. The turrets do go down. We have another 4. Oh, and the DTs are going to be getting in. Nice little pickup. Only takes 1, though. 2 of those do go down to the scan. We are going to be dipping back into the main, and we have no scans. We have no scans at all. We have no eBay. He's done it again. He's done exactly what he did in the PvP.
How does he do it, Papi? He pulled the light, mate, as a random Immortal is just rallied in and dies immediately, but the Stalkers are still wreaking havoc in the main base. The DTs are going ham as well. He's crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what he was able to do against Art, where he just completely blindsided him with the DTs. I mean, at least... Oh.
Wow.
I was going to say at least for AqueroN, he can wait for scans, but there's just way too much damage. GG, congrats is called. That's with a 4-0.
What? GG, well played. Spatz has done it with the power of the DTs. He went up against a double Raven opener, and he threw down the Dark Shrine. I thought he lost his mind, but he knew exactly what he needed to do. He just blinked on under those Ravens, sniped them, and then the DTs did the rest. I am in shock. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was definitely pretty crazy, though.
That was crazy. Congratulations to Spatz. Without dropping a single map in the grand final, I was not expecting this at all. Yeah, we were kind of looking to Art to kind of advance on through. You know, Art was doing quite well for himself, and has been doing well for himself in over the course of the past year. Spatz recently left his own team, so like we're like, you know, Spatz, is he gonna retire? Is he gonna stick around? We don't even know. I mean, he's just gonna win a tournament. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely. Keep an eye on that space for sure.
Definitely, definitely. So congratulations to Spatz. My heart goes out to AqueroN. Oh my god, AqueroN, he had such a good road to the finals as well. Like, he was looking so solid throughout this tournament, and a lot of eyes are on him. He was, you know, the lone Terran in the semifinals, standing up against all the Protoss players. But you kind of talked about it yourself a little bit, where AqueroN, he has a certain play style, right? Like, he has a mix of builds, but you know, they all kind of lead into the same direction, right? They're all about that kind of two base all in, essentially, and because of that, Spatz is able to abuse that a little bit. And I think using DTs against AqueroN is really smart, just because again, we see how efficient he is with mules. We see how he typically doesn't want to save scan energy. He's usually really tight with his workers and with his economy, just because he keeps it so limited himself. And yeah, there's definitely ways to take advantage of that.
Yeah, very offensively minded player in that way. So I could definitely see how you can, catch him off guard in that way.
Definitely, definitely. And yeah, wow. We have our Ascension League Season 1 champion. Spatz is going to be the one to look out for. You know, plenty of players came into this shutdown. Baby Marine for Jumi, Battle B, Young Yakov, AqueroN, Art, but Spatz was able to be above them all.
There can only be one.
There can only be one, Papi. Oh my god. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god, I know there's a lot of love for some Terrans out there, and again, I'm sure AqueroN is very happy with his performance anyway. Like, second place is nothing to scoff at. Still making a decent amount of money there in the end.
He's used to it, Puppy. Terrans know what it's like. This is not surprising.
Shaking my head. Shaking my head. So yeah, wow, what a season here of Ascension League. Again, it's been a long time coming. There was some kind of organization issues, and this is a tournament that actually started last year, but there were delays because of Atlanta, because of Home Story Cup, because of IM Katowice, but in the end we were able to wrap up. And yeah, hopefully there's going to be another season. This is kind of the first iteration of this tournament, and depending on how it goes, and depending on what Sushi and the higher ups of Alpha X think, they would be willing to not just make another season, but also expand. You know, this is the EU Ascension League, and I'm sure they'd be willing to maybe even have like an NA Ascension League in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Really nice to see support for just that one tier under pro there, under the tip top pros. Nice to see, just a little bit of a spotlight on them and a good competition where they can, do their thing unhindered.
Yeah, it's something that I know Alpha X, we ourselves are really supportive of. Alpha X, they've even in the past run, I'm sure maybe you've heard of it, like the junior like championship, or like the underage league, where like you have to be like under like 18 to participate. And yeah, they've always been about like supporting kind of the next generation, or the next kind of up and coming players. So it is always great to see. And thank you so much, Asher, for joining me for this. Yeah, thank you so much. I always appreciate it, Bobby. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Always. Yeah. When I can find the time once per year to do a cast with you.
I know. We don't cast often enough, Bobby. Thank you for getting into the mud and getting dirty with me, Bobby.
I was dirty already. I was just pretending.
Have a shower, Bobby. Oh my god. So yes, I believe in the coming weeks, next week specifically, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to be covering Code A. You were taking a peek at it yourself, but there is kind of a lower tier Code A iteration of this event, which again does kind of show off a lot of other European players.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting players to keep an eye out for there. Let me find it again.
Yeah, some players that I haven't seen in a long time as well.
Eva.
Eva.
Eva. It
Yes.
was Eva's birthday a couple days ago.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Eva. It was his birthday. I didn't forget his birthday. Oh my god. But Eva's Group B is going to be playing in a couple of hours, actually, in 6 hours, I believe. So keep an eye out for that. We're not going to be casting the group stage. We have to sleep at some point. But the playoff bracket is already being set up as well. Like, I haven't casted Fighting Frog in a long time. Soul Spirit as well. You know, Spirit's French younger brother. It's great to see.
Oh, Holy Hit did really well. Wow.
Yeah, Holy Hit, of course. Gonna be popping off. We have, unfortunately, it looks like Botvinnik has kind of pulled out of the playoffs, so it feels a little bit bad. Botvinnik won't be available, but we have plenty of other players that will be kind of showing off. Shameless and Nicaract. You love to see it.
Yeah, nice. Heaps of really good players though.
So if you want some more up-and-coming European action, then we have you covered there. That is going to be next week, where we will be covering the quarterfinals. And if you want some more CranKy Duckling action, we're going to be live again tomorrow as well. OSC King of the Hill is going to be tomorrow at around this hour, 24 hours from now. I'm going to be casting alongside Kuro. I know I don't cast that often with Kuro, but whenever we can, we do try to find some time for the casting jersey to come out and display her knowledge to the people. Yeah.
Bring the dinosaurs.
Bring the dinosaurs, Poppy. Bring them. Oh my god. And speaking of seeing more of us, Asher.
Oh.
When's the stream?
Oh. Never.
Never, Poppy.
Maybe soon.
Oh my god. Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
When's the sandwich? I want to eat it.
Well,
The anticipation's too much.
Tomorrow is going to be OSC King of the Hill. Saturday, if you want to see Asher put something inside him, then live on stream, we're going to have the Pondcast. That is going to be our semi-regular podcast, and we're going to be going over IEM. We're going to be kind of talking a little bit about it, going in depth, kind of giving our thoughts. And Asher is the one who placed the bet, by the way. He's a self-imposed bet.
Yeah.
Is going to be doing something for the people watching.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it. It's gonna be gross.
It's gonna be. It could not be gross.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
I was saying this earlier. I was like, what if he likes it? What if what if we unlock like a hidden taste bud? Like when people like invented like peanut butter and chocolate. You're gonna like figure out ice cream and Vegemite. Oh.
That would be cool. I'll have the copium, but I feel like I don't want to bring my hopes up because it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty nasty, I think.
Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. So be sure to tune into the podcast on Saturday. And Sunday is going to be ESL Open Cup Asia as well. I'm going to be casting alongside Yaku of the Zaku. So stay tuned for all the StarCraft that's going to be coming your way. Until then, though, if people want to see Asher, if they want to see Asher with Rufus as well on stream, maybe playing some StarCraft, maybe playing something else, where can they find you?
Actually, you find me tomorrow in Migs' tournament. Migs is doing Migs Cup.
Let's the Mr. Migs Cup. Let's go.
Yeah, that's in 11 hours. So I'll be playing that as long as I wake up on time.
True. Yeah. Vindicta, aka Miguelito, is going to be running his own tournament. I believe sponsored by someone in his own chat. So it's going to be really interesting to hear Vindicta cast and maybe throw shade at his own subscribers that play.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's going to be like, what are you doing, buddy? I told you not to do this anymore. What are you doing?
Yeah, always.
Oh my god. Just yelling at his daddies. So check out Asher in 11 hours over on Vindicta's channel, or on his own Twitch channel, AsherBro on Twitch, and AsherBrother on Twitter as well. !AsherBro. Beautiful. beautiful. Meanwhile, you can follow me at @light_VIP. Twitch and Twitter, I stream. I try and stream throughout the week. I'm going to try and wake up and stream as well tomorrow. Obviously not over Vindicta. I'm going to be watching Asher.
You haven't streamed in years, Papi.
It's been years, Papi. It's been. I streamed Final Fantasy yesterday. Oh god. But yeah, you can follow me there if you're interested. Otherwise, if you're only interested in our casting, follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We upload on YouTube on a daily basis, so if you want to watch VODs, check us out on YouTube. And you can support us here on the channel, Twitch, or on Patreon. All the money that we make here does go towards our goes towards our team, goes towards Vindicta. So if you wanna fund the smooge, then we got you covered. We got you covered.
Yeah, 100%.
With that, Asher, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the day?
Never forget the power of Protoss.
The power of DTs. The power. Oh my god, if we've learned anything today, DTs can make anything happen. And I feel like we already knew that. We just needed some
powerful.
Some more validation. Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Like 2 games just flat out won by just DTs.
The invisible man. Yeah, it's all you need, Papi. It's all you need. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Be sure to check out the person that we raid, because Diego Kellezer just went live, so we're gonna give him a cheeky raid as he plays in Wardy's tournament. He's gonna be playing in
been streaming so much.
Oh yeah, the Wardy Winter Invitational. So check it out. Check it out.
Beautiful.
Till then,
let's go enjoy that. Yeah. Diego's been streaming like every day, like actually.
Hey, he's the anti-light. Streams every day.
From his kitchen.
Oh, have we had cooking streams?
No, he just has his kitchen in the background. You'll see what I mean.
Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.